Did you know that studies show over 70% of people feel their values are under attack daily by media, politics, or cultural norms? Are you one of these 70%? Ever wondered if there's something unseen pulling the strings behind the chaos? It's easy to dismiss this as just the way the world works, but what if the forces at play are far more calculated than they appear? What if the confusion, division, and distortion of truth we see today are influenced by unseen forces that thrive on disruption? In this video, we'll uncover the ways modern demons, as Saint Padre Pio referred to them, control society through subtle yet powerful influences. From the media we consume to the societal norms we accept, these forces are working behind the scenes to manipulate thoughts, behaviors, and even faith itself. Stay with us until the end, and you'll not only gain a clearer understanding of how these forces operate, but also discover how to stand firm against them and take back control of your spiritual life. Demons, a word that might make some uncomfortable and others roll their eyes. But what if we told you that demons aren't just red-horned creatures from folklore? Saint Padre Pio often spoke of demonic forces, not just as spiritual entities, but as representations of the negative influences shaping society. Think about the world today. The media pushing values contrary to faith, politics dividing families, and social norms normalizing immorality. These influences aren't accidental. They're calculated, subtle, and strategic. And just like demons tempt individuals away from their faith, these societal forces aim to control behaviors, thoughts, and even entire cultures. Today, we'll explore how these modern demons operate, what we can do to fight back, and how Saint Padre Pio's wisdom offers us hope. Society today feels like a battlefield where faith and morality are under constant siege. It's no longer just about personal choices. It's about systemic influences that shape how entire cultures think and behave. Take the entertainment industry, for example. How often are we bombarded with movies or music that glorify greed, normalize lust, and celebrate violence as a form of empowerment? These themes infiltrate our minds, subtly convincing us that what is sinful is harmless or even desirable. Then there's the political realm. It often feels like service and humility have taken a back seat to power plays, corruption, and divisive rhetoric. Leaders who should be role models sometimes fuel division, prioritize self-interest, and disregard values rooted in service to others. Politics, instead of being a means of uniting people, has become a platform for ego and manipulation. Even in our daily lives, societal norms have shifted drastically. Self-indulgence is celebrated, while virtues like selflessness and sacrifice are considered outdated. Social media platforms are filled with messages that encourage instant gratification, envy, and comparison rather than gratitude or contentment. The result, a society increasingly focused on me instead of we. Saint Padre Pio warned of these subtle yet destructive influences, describing how the devil operates not through blatant evil, but through the ordinary, through the mundane decisions and habits we barely notice. When we lose sight of God, these influences can quietly shape our hearts and minds, leaving us vulnerable to confusion and despair. So the pressing question becomes, how do these forces infiltrate our lives, and why do they succeed in turning so many people away from truth and virtue? Let's begin with media. Saint Padre Pio emphasized the profound impact our senses have on our souls. The media we consume, whether through screens, songs, or stories, has a powerful influence on how we perceive the world. Have you noticed how often love is distorted into lust in movies, or how selfish ambition is glorified as a hallmark of success? Faith and morality are often mocked or dismissed, leaving viewers with the impression that living a virtuous life is impractical or even foolish. Over time, these messages seep into our consciousness, weakening our resolve to uphold truth and making us more susceptible to societal pressures. Now consider politics. Throughout history, Societies that abandoned their moral compass for the sake of progress often plunged into chaos. Take, for instance, regimes that sought to erase religious influence to establish complete control. These governments stripped people of their faith, leaving them spiritually empty and easily manipulated. Today, while we may not see the same overt suppression, there are policies and ideologies that marginalize faith-based communities, making it harder for individuals to practice their beliefs openly. The echoes of past errors are still shaping the world around us, reminding us how crucial it is to remain vigilant. Lastly, societal trends further illustrate this infiltration. The culture of instant gratification has replaced virtues like patience, discipline, and gratitude. Think about it. How often are we encouraged to embrace struggle as a way to grow? Rarely. Instead, society conditions us to seek shortcuts, avoid discomfort, and prioritize pleasure over perseverance. Saint Padre Pio often reminded his followers that true growth comes through trials, yet our modern world teaches the opposite. This erosion of spiritual discipline leaves us vulnerable to influences that promise quick fixes but lead to deeper dissatisfaction. Here's the sobering truth. The most devastating weapon these societal demons wield isn't chaos, it's complacency. Their greatest triumph is convincing us that resistance is futile, that the world is too far gone, and that our small acts of faith won't make a difference. When we accept this narrative, we surrender our agency, allowing these harmful influences to take deeper root in our lives and communities. But here's the pivotal insight. This doesn't have to be our story. Saint Padre Pio taught us that Christ's victory on the cross was final and absolute. Through him, we have the strength not only to resist, but to transform the world around us. We are not powerless. We are empowered by grace. Recognizing these influences isn't just about identifying the enemy. It's about reclaiming our freedom to choose what is good, true, and holy. This moment of realization is critical because it shifts the narrative from despair to hope. The battle isn't about rejecting the world. It's about redeeming it through God's truth. By aligning our lives with His will, we become beacons of light in a world often shrouded in darkness. The power to resist these societal forces lies in faith, prayer, and a steadfast commitment to live by the gospel, no matter the cost. As we draw to a close, let's reflect on what we've uncovered. Society is undeniably influenced by forces that seek to distort truth, weaken virtue, and sow confusion. These influences, whether they manifest through media, politics, or cultural norms, are not mere coincidences. They are calculated attacks on our spiritual integrity and moral foundation. Saint Padre Pio's teachings remind us that these demons operate subtly, embedding themselves in the ordinary aspects of our lives, so much so that we often fail to notice their presence until they've taken root. Acknowledging these forces is the first step to breaking free from their grip. Awareness opens the door to action, equipping us to counteract their effects with intentionality and faith. By choosing to embrace truth, live virtuously, and seek God in every moment, we begin to dismantle their power over our lives and communities. Through prayer, discernment, and perseverance, we find the strength to stand firm in a world that often feels chaotic and lost. By understanding how these forces operate, we're empowered to resist them and inspire others to do the same. Society isn't doomed. It's waiting for individuals like you, aware, vigilant, and spiritually anchored, to make a difference. The values you live by, the example you set, and the hope you share can ripple through your family, community, and beyond, planting seeds of renewal and transformation. The choice is ours. Will we allow these forces to continue shaping our lives and our world? Or will we reclaim our spiritual heritage and walk boldly in God's truth? Let's be the light that dispels the darkness, trusting that with God's guidance, even the smallest act of faith can lead to profound change. Together, we can inspire a society rooted in love, service, and unwavering hope. Now it's your turn. Take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. Have you noticed these unseen forces at work in your life or the world around you? How have you resisted them? Or what challenges have you faced in doing so? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else to take a stand. If this video has sparked something within you, a new perspective, a call to action, or even just a moment of reflection, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button to let us know this content resonates with you. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future discussions about faith, truth, and transformation. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, share this video with them. Let's grow this community of light together. Remember, every small step toward truth makes a big difference. Let's be vigilant, courageous, and anchored in God's love. Thank you for being here, and as always, may God bless you abundantly. If you're looking to overcome depression and anxiety by strengthening your spirituality, I invite you to check out my ebook, Soulful Transformations, Bridging Faith and Mind for Lasting Wellness, available on Kindle. This book combines cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, with biblical wisdom to help you manage stress, tackle anxiety, and find lasting peace through faith. It's not just about mental health. It's about deepening your relationship with God and transforming your life in ways that inspire others. Check the description below for the link and take the first step toward a life of spiritual and emotional wellness.